AJ Lee is making her return. That's what the rumor mill is saying. So, according to reports, AJ Lee is set to make her return at possibly Money in the Bank next month. Now, who's her opponent? You may ask. So, reportedly, her opponent, it may or may not surprise you, but her opponent seems to be, at this moment in time, Roxanne Perez. That is the rumor going on right now, that her opponent will be Roxanne Perez, and which will be her final match. Now, as you guys know, Roxanne Perez is known as one of AJ Lee's children. Roxanne Perez is one of the ones that idolized AJ Lee. When AJ Lee returned, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but when she returned, you got a lot of wrestlers saying, well, CM Punk interacting with a lot of the female talent and saying, I'm with the children of AJ Lee. Met up with JC Jane, Roxy, Cora Jade at the time in NXT, met up with them and would say, like, I'm with the children of AJ Lee. So this is I wouldn't say it's surprising from this of the way Roxy's been booked. I'll say that, and why it might be a bit of a surprise, but it makes sense here because if AJ is going to go out and this potentially be her final match, it should be against somebody who idolized her. Because, like I said, she came around wearing that shirt, even cut promo saying that she was your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. And the fandom is not high when it comes to Roxy for AJ Lee. And Roxy was actually on WWE radio discussing, actually maybe even laying breadcrumbs for what she was going to do with AJ Lee. So let's check that out. Fair use.
Absolutely. This is the best I've ever felt in my entire career. I went from being someone that was just happy to be here. I was just like all of you guys sitting in the crowd, just hoping to be a WWE superstar one day and looking up to all the wrestlers, like AJ Lee and Bailey and Paige. And then I realized, where did that ever get me? Just looking up to people. It got me absolutely nowhere.
Right.
So then I realized, wait, I'm actually way better than Bailey. I'm actually way better than Paige. I'm actually way better than all of these women at only 24 years old. And they wish that they were as good as me at 24 years old. The Judgment Day is the best thing that ever happened to me. All these girls come up to the main roster and they get lost in the shuffle. And look at me. I'm one of the greatest members in the greatest faction of all time. And this is not my peak at all. I have so much more to show you guys. So I hope you guys are ready.
It's a hell of an argument. You know, when you were making that list of people you were better than, you didn't put AJ Lee. You didn't put her name on that list. I noticed.
Well, I need my match, and then I can prove that I am better than her.
I see.
I need that match. So, it's so weird that she just disappeared when Roxanne Perez came back.
Wow, that is strange. I don't see her.
Yeah, she was here when I left, and then I came back, and she's gone again.
You think she wants to make sure?
I think she
doesn't want any of that.
Yeah, she doesn't want her legacy to be crushed.
And you would crush.
She knows that I'll crush her legacy.
Wow.
So, Mother, come back. You want to come back. Or are you scared? I think she's scared.
She may be. I don't know. I don't want to speak for her. I don't want to speak for AJ Lee. But I mean, you present a compelling case. I do think, though, that that's such a valuable thing, right? To be like, and you have to be there to be successful.
All right,
it's one thing.
That was Roxanne Perez. Maybe in hindsight, calling out AJ Lee and was ahead of the game on this. Now, we can go back to Roxanne Perez's fandom for AJ Lee. So we got here a picture of them from 2014 and when AJ Lee will return in 2025. And you got more family portraits with AJ Lee, CM Punk, Larry, and Roxy. And then you also got the most recent family portrait with Punk, Elena Black, Roxy, and AJ. So what makes this thing so interesting is this. The fact of if it's going to be Roxy, if it's going to be as soon as Money in the Bank, they've got a lot to do to get this to happen because Roxy has not been booked the best at all. If you're tracking wins and losses, I believe I saw a stat that Roxy's like 2-21 in her last 23 matches. And that's not somebody that you really want to have in a ring with AJ Lee. Roxy has to come off something hot in order to be taken seriously against AJ Lee and not just seen as an ordinary opponent. We all know the fandom that she has for her, but we have to actually have Roxy kind of elevated to that point to where the fact she can step to AJ Lee. So it can be seen as that dream match and not just some throwaway match that's not necessarily going to mean anything. So I think that is what they're going to have to do. I don't think it should happen at Money in the Bank because I keep going on. I don't know when the Judgment Day is going to break up at this point, if they ever are at all, because I laid out a whole plan of Finn trying to recruit Roxy to join him against Liv and Dom, but that didn't happen. They traded Finn to SmackDown, and now Roxy and the Judgment Day, they're fine. They're fine right now, but we have Money in the Bank coming up, and Roxy has been my pick consistently to win Money in the Bank and cash in on Liv, but that was also under the scenario with Finn Balor as well. But we'll have to wait and see. But I do think Roxy will be the perfect opponent for AJ Lee final match because one, Roxy is phenomenal in the ring. The storytelling that they can actually tell with Roxy's fandom of AJ Lee, and she could discuss how she was her hero back then, but now she's everybody's favorite wrestler and things like that. So there's a lot they can actually tell with this story, but again, they have to elevate Roxy to a level at the point where this could be taken seriously and have that big match feel, not just some, oh, well, I watched you growing up. This has to have some kind of stakes to it. And maybe it doesn't happen at Money in the Bank. Maybe it happens later down the road. Maybe Roxy does win Money in the Bank like I think she is going to do and cashes in on Liv, and then we get AJ and Roxy potentially at WrestleMania for the title or something along those lines. But they do have to make this match feel somewhat more important. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about Roxy potentially facing AJ Lee, AJ Lee's final match as early as Money in the Bank. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.